live on YouTube. Streaming live on YouTube. A woman's college gymnastics meet on my mother's birthday. Don't know who Alabama's playing.
But she's so confident in her skill. And it shows.
I think they're showing you highlights from last Friday, Alabama versus LSU.
That was the third highest all-around score in Alabama history. Arkansas has an all-arounder who's an all-star as well. Kennedy Hamrick set a new all-around record at Arkansas last week. Won every event and had career highs on the vault and beam. So how do these two athletes perform a week later after outstanding performances? Arkansas.
Oh, this is Alabama, Arkansas.
Alabama, the visiting team, will start on bars, and Savannah Panisi will lead things off for the Wizards. She's got a career high of a 9.825 on vault. And that was this season. This is going to be a Yurchenko full, round off back handspring, full twist, and a beautiful duck landing. Getting this team right out the gate. Dynamic vault, great height, a little bit of a kite down you see right there. Would love to see her open up those hips a little bit more, but controls that landing and gets the stick. Leading off on bars for Alabama, Maddie Walligora, who went 9-8 or better the last 3 weeks. Nice cast handstand there. Line change into her release. Very nice transition. She looked a little bit far away, but got right back on top of the high bar. And a nice laid out half very difficult dismount, and that was a stuck landing. Really nice start for Alabama. This is a very difficult dismount. 2 flips, 1 twist. Finds that landing and does not move those feet. Partners, so I like those and these athletes. That is sort of disability empowerment. You'll see a line like all over the competition floor tonight as Abby Johnson gets set to vault following a 9-8 from Savannah Panisi. Another grab off back handspring. Deduction. A Yurchenko full is only a 9.95 start value, so sticking those landings is crucial on ball. When you see 6 gymnasts compete, but yet Bridget takes through these rules. Well, you're going to see the best 5 scores count, so the lowest will be dropped, and the team with the highest cumulative score will win the meet. The home team, Arkansas, will start on ball, go to bars, beam, and end on floor. Alabama being the away team, you see they're starting on bars, they will travel to ball, floor, and end on balance beam. We're still waiting on that score from Maddie Walligora. Lexi Graber will be next. She's competing in the all-around tonight. This is Alabama's best event. They are 6th in the nation on bars. Dave Duckworth just told us they are so disciplined in and out of the gym, and it's paying off on competition nights. Lexi is a very strong competitor for Alabama. She's aggressive in her movements. Nice cast handstand. Big release, a little messy in her legs there. But she is tight in her movements. Her handstands are right on top of the bar. A little short on that one. It looked like she rushed it just a bit. Dismount. Her forefoot definitely was sky high on that dismount, right where she needed to be. Her shoulders were a little bit too forward. Had to take a hop forward, which is going to be a deduction. Abby Johnson, a 9.725. Brings us to Jordan Olszewski. Her career high is a 9.85. She's done that the last 2 weeks. These balls are very clean landings. Got it, absorb that landing, and get that stick. Nice height, great distance from the ball. Just a slight pop on the landing, but it's those little deductions that are really going to add up. Cameron Machado has been in every bars lineup. Just a freshman. What are you looking for in bars? Well, you're looking for handstands. You want them to be right on top of the bar in that vertical position. Releases, flying high, getting those hands right back on the bar, and then landings. Stick those landings, keep that chest up, and get those heels together. She's following a 9.775 from Lexi Graber. Nice combination. She really struggled with this part right here in warm-up, but gets it tonight. Very nice, right on top of the bar for that handstand. And a toe hold into a double back. A little shuffle on the feet on the landing, but very clean, very precise. Really nice job. And right here, that is a Shakash half. Got to get those hands right on top of the bar. She had a lot of struggle with that. So now Arkansas will look to one of their upperclassmen, senior Sarah Schaefer. They've had a couple of a 9.725 and a 9.775 before her. This is a unique ball. It's only a half, and I shouldn't say only. It's a half, but she's got it. Normally she gets a lot of height and distance on that. Sticks it a little too much power tonight. Has to take a step forward. Right here, gets those hands back. And just that form of landing there. Machado scored quite just yet. Oh, it just came in a 9.8. Shania Adams is up next, just a freshman, but she's completed the most routines for Alabama this season, so what a workload she's carrying. It's so amazing when freshmen are able to do that, because it is. The workload is a lot, but some of them can handle it, and Shania is one of them. She's so elegant on this event, and just a freshman makes me so excited for the next couple of years. Beautiful cast handstand right on top of the bar, and a toe hold into a double back. Fights for that landing, definitely took a small hop there. The judges will take that. And you see toe hold, little over the bar there. Wanting to be right on top in that handstand position. Fights for that landing, but can't quite get that stick. Sarah Schaefer with a 9.8 finish. Start value is really crucial on goal because you're going to see a lot of 9.95. So getting that 10 start value is going to put you a step above and amplitude. How high are they getting? How the distance from the ball? And landing, which right here, great height and distance, but careful rest that landing. You see, open her hips, full laid out position. You see, right there. Great height. And just has to take that hop backward. Just not out of control. Almost too much energy there. This is the reigning SEC Gymnast of the Week after putting up the third best all-around score in Alabama program history last week. Luisa Blanco, she won this event. And she makes gymnastics look so easy. I mean, she floats on her transitions. Really beautiful to watch on this event. Nice cast handstand right over the bar. And just a hop backwards on that dismount. Can't really see the hip and stuff landings tonight on this bar rotation, but they are flying high on their dismounts. Their releases, they're turning them over. Very, very clean. If you want anybody to anchor your vault lineup, it's probably Kennedy Hammer. She tied the Arkansas vault record last week with a 9.775. Arkansas is trying to drop a 9.725. She had 9.975. Let's see what she can do tonight. This is Ayurchenko, 1.5, 10 start value. And just lacked that rotation. Great height off the ball, but did not get the rotation she needed. You saw her feet were actually in front of her. And with a black landing, when your feet are out in front of you, that's kind of an automatic sit down. Hammer will have to shake that off pretty quickly, though. She's competing in the all-around tonight, so still 3 more events. That will be the score that Arkansas looks to drop on the vault. Bakari Doggett to anchor the Alabama bars lineup. Luisa Blanco, a 9.85. Huge Takacic right down to the low bar with her pack. I love that Alabama adds the difficulty in their transitions. Really short on that Cassius hand, just rushed it a little bit. And fights for that stick. I'm not sure if the judges are going to give that a stick or not. I like to call that a college stick. So we'll update you on her score when we come back. Our meet celebrates women's empowerment and what that means to Arkansas when we come back. Think about all of the over the floor. Down in Fayetteville, Arkansas, Alabama leads the way by 0.475 as we get set just moments away from rotation 2. You'll notice the lilac ribbons, the lilac masks, and decorations all over the floor at Barnhill Arena.
The masks are
doing
women's
empowerment, an idea that Jordan Weaver has brought to Arkansas. It's an opportunity to lift up those women who have impacted those competing tonight. The empowering women who have
Jordan Weaver used to be a gymnast,
and now our
professional gymnast. Now she's
everybody
a
part of this program
to the
has an
Arkansas
opportunity to empower
Hawks.
other young gymnasts or other people in their lives. It's really amazing, and I wanted to take tonight and really honor those empowering women, whether they are celebrities,
Shirley
athletes,
Temple
people throughout history, or
empowered me.
people that are really close to
Katherine
us.
Johnson
So
empowered me.
tonight is really about those really strong, courageous fighters and women. And I'm just so
Giving
excited that we
NBA
have the opportunity
scores
to
at the bottom
honor
of
them
the
tonight.
screen.
I absolutely love this idea that Jordan Weaver has brought to Arkansas. Second year in a row that they've done it. You notice the t-shirts they wore during warm-ups. Both teams participating, by the way. Dana Duckworth was all in for this idea. And it's so cool because everyone got
Princess
to choose
Diana
a word to
empowered
put on the
me.
back of their t-shirt. And they released on social media and to us why they chose that specific person. But it was really cool to see those t-shirts before the game honoring these amazing women who have impacted the athletes. And so, Bridget, we thought we would do the same thing. And who did you choose that's impacted
Well,
you?
I think that's good that somebody
I
would
thought
choose Princess Diana empowered me.
The older
Because Princess Diana really did do a lot while
Not
she was
only is
living.
she always there for other people, but she
Helped
just always
with a
knows
lot
what
of
to say, and
charities.
it's always that shoulder
You
that I
know,
need to. If
help
I
the
need to say
homeless
anything at
out.
all. Also, if I can cook like her one day, that'd be great. Yeah, moms are absolutely the best. I also wanted to pick Pat Summitt. I grew up watching the Tennessee Lady Volunteers basketball team. And just how she conducted herself and how she did whatever it took to get women's basketball and women in sports on the same platform as men. It was incredible. So she's definitely an inspiration to me and right here for every gymnastics meet. Alrighty, so a close one in Fayetteville, Alabama, leading after just
48.85 for Arkansas.
49.75. Arkansas heads to the bars, Alabama to the vault when you come back.
This is Carl Reimers in our studio.
a 9-7, as you see Dana Duckworth back there with the lilac mask in honor of women's empowerment. Her 7th season as Alabama's head coach, and they had a season high score last week, a 197-725, the highest score they've put up as a group since 2017. Wow, that is a Yurchenko double twist. Shannon Olsen always brings it on this event, and I feel like sometimes she sneaks it around. She doesn't get a ton of height off the ball, but the rotation is there. 2 twists. That is a 10-0 start value, just a minor hop on the landing. Back over on the bars for Arkansas, Kiara John-Fania. She is honoring Princess Diana tonight as her Women's Empowerment honoree, getting set to go on the bar, and she struggled here on this event last week.
One thing that we have to say about this athlete, Jordan mentioned, yeah, she had a fall and a mistake, but she gets it right back. She is a true team player, and that is what you need on any team, but especially in gymnastics, because anything can happen, and you got to get it right back so quick, and she does that, which is so impressive.
She's following a 9-7-7-5 from Bailey Lovett. Remember, 6 athletes can compete, and they'll take the best 5 scores. Arkansas and Jordan Weaver also coming off a season high for them. They actually posted a program record of 197-35 as a team score last week against Missouri. Everything was clicking for Jordan Weaver's group, and what an impressive turnaround it's been to bring this program to new heights in just 2 years.
She really has done an amazing job. And this is where the mistake was made last week, but not tonight. Big release right down to the low bar. A little short on that cast handstand, just rushing a little bit. But a nice dismount gets that stump landing. What a bar routine. Had a fall last week, gets it right back tonight. Huge air time on that dismount and finds that landing. And I've said it once, and I'll say it again, sticks are contagious.
Shannon Olsen tied her season high with a 9.85, did that last week too, and Maddie Waligora has had a 9.85 the last 2 meets.
Alabama has a lot of 10-0 start values in this vault lineup. Yurchenko 1.5, just a step forward, but you saw with the rotation, she actually stepped forward into the side. See what the judges take off there, but again, 10-0 start value, nice height, nice body position, just needs to get her head around a little bit quicker so she can spot that landing and get that stick.
We do want to let you know they updated Bailey Lovett's score to a 9.825. So Arkansas has gone 9.825, 9.85. Brings us to Jensen Scalzo.
Line change. Little far from the bar, but gets it back. Nice cast handstand in that vertical position. Blindfold, double tuck. And gets the stick. Really nice job. Right on top of all of those cast handstands. And blindfold into a double tuck. Sees the ground, gets that stick.
Just her 4th appearance on bars this season. Alabama came into this rotation leading by 0.425. Luisa Blanco up next following a 9.825.
She had a 9.925 last week on vault. Around off back handspring, 1.5. Wow. Really, really nice job on that vault. The height, the amplitude, the distance, everything just fell together there. She almost looked a little bit surprised on the landing that she stuck. You see right there. Throws those arms forward. Just what Alabama needed.
Yeah, remember, she has reset her career highs on all 4 events in the last 2 weeks. Did not do that, of course, tonight, but still it is so impressive. Her gymnastics are at a huge level right now. Oh, Sarah Schaefer, hold on.
And that is a huge save. One thing to keep in mind, that is a major deduction when the athlete goes over the bar that far, but that is not a fall, which is so important. Keep those tense. And a huge double lamp stuck. Just had a little too much power on that first pass handstand. And watch right here, she is way over the bar. You see her teammates leading with her, but she gets it right back. And that is so hard. When you are trying to save it, it takes a lot of energy.
And she has so much experience, too.
Absolutely, and a sky-high double layout.
Luisa Blanco, a team high tonight, 9-9 on the vault. Next up is Lexi Graber.
Round off backhands for 1.5. Lexi struggled with vault a little bit last season, just getting in her head a little bit and almost trying too hard. Right there you saw a little lack of rotation, lack of amplitude. And ends up going backwards towards the ball, ends up taking that step backwards.
Kennedy Hambrick has been the strongest competitor on bars for Arkansas over the last 4 meets. She's led the team with her score. Sarah Schaefer's hard work to hold that handstand paid off, a 9.825.
Line change into a high Jaeger right down to the low bar. Right into a clear hip. Looks like that was a little bit of a mistake there, but covers it quite well. Little shaken up on that bar routine. She did have a fall on vault, and that is beauty of the beast. When you have a fall, you got to get it right back. And very clean overall. See great height on this dismount. Just a step backwards.
Well, Shania Adams is honoring Beyonce tonight for Women's Empowerment Night. How could you not go out and give it your all?
And a nice rear chamber full, a lot of power in that vault. Wasn't quite in that laid out position, which is what the judges are looking for. Takes a pretty significant step backwards. That's a 9.95 start value.
Right now, Alabama's trying to drop a 9-7 to lead on the score for Adams. Kennedy Hambrick, a 9.725. The lowest on this event so far for Arkansas tonight. Maggie O'Hara in the anchor spot.
Maggie knows how to put up a big score. She's got a 9.95 on this event. And Arkansas can use that score right now. Beautiful lines that Maggie has, just all the way from her hands to her feet. Her toe point is it's textbook. And a nice double layout and a stuck landing. Way to respond. And right here, this dismount, I mean, she floats. Beautiful body position through the air, gets that stuck landing.
Wow. She's a grad transfer, already becoming a leader on this Arkansas team. 2 rotations in the books. We'll hear from Jordan Weaver when we come back.
And without,
has cut that lead down almost by half. This Arkansas team is thriving in its second season under Jordan Weaver. A special meet tonight, a special time in the season for this Razorback team.
You had a record-breaking weekend last weekend. What confidence have you taken from last weekend that is getting you to this Friday and also getting you ready for postseason?
I'm just so excited that I've gotten to witness this team develop their confidence so far this season. And they're starting to slowly figure out what they're capable of. And I keep telling them, it feels like we're climbing a mountain. And each meet, we've taken one more step up the mountain and we haven't yet to hit our peak.
Time and then getting ready for that postseason, especially SECs.
I mean, they set some pretty strong goals back in the fall. One of those goals was to be in the night session at SECs. And without, putting a lot of focus on that, they have really done what they need to do to get there. They've continued to reach those goals throughout the season. And again, I just think they're starting to really believe that they are capable of brilliant and amazing things. And I keep telling them, you guys are ranked number 6 right now. You are the number 6 team. You deserve that. You've earned it. It's not a mistake. It's not an accident. So they're really starting to believe it, and it's incredible to witness.
For this lineup for the Razorbacks.
I really love that terminology, Beam Swagger, because you are so right. They bring it to Beam, and Beam is an event where a lot of teams and a lot of athletes struggle. I mean, you really have to be confident in your skill and just be confident in yourself. And Arkansas has really been working on that from the beginning of season to now, and they look like a totally different team.
So Kiara Donfania will lead off. She's led off 3 of the last 4 meets.
Series, back handspring, layout, step out, aggressive with her arm movements. The leadoff position is very important on all 4 events, but especially on balance beam. I mean, you are setting the tone for the rest of the lineup. You need to be confident, and she is definitely showing that confidence, and it really shows the trust that your coach has in you. It's really special being in that leadoff because you want a guaranteed hit.
Well, she proved that last week after a fall on bars, led off on beam, and set the tone for the whole lineup.
Round off 1.5, and stuck landing. That's going to be a nice big score for Arkansas. Starts things off with the series, back handspring, layout, step out. She is aggressive with her arms, flicks those fingers back, and then 1.5 twist on that dismount, glide landing, gets the stick.
Sania Mitchell, the Tuscaloosa native, and tonight on Women's Empowerment Night, she is honoring her mom.
This is where Alabama can really get a good step ahead. They've got the tumbling, double pike, sticks that landing.
Alabama is 8th in the nation on floor.
I mean, she is so fun to watch on this event. She's so engaging. If you watch her facial expressions, you can't help but watch.
Dana Duckworth told us she is pushing others in this gym. They have a lot of athletes competing to get on the floor, and Tuscaloosa native is doing it.
Front through to a double tuck. Squeezes that one around. down, didn't quite have the rotation, but pulls it out. Nice start for Alabama. And our double salto pass here, front tuck step out, round off back handspring, double tuck. Has to pull it a little bit harder than she had to in warm-ups, but I mean, that was a solid floor routine.
Bailey Lovett is up next. Kiara Gianfagna, we were talking about how clutch she is. A career high in 9.875.
Bailey up on balance beam. You just gotta let Bailey do what Bailey does best. She's confident. She's collected on that beam. It's only 4 inches wide.
She is competing in honor of Sharon Phillips tonight.
Slight balance check there on her front aerial. She looks like she's just a little off balance. But Reed does the skill, and she did that because she needed that connection bonus. That is an experienced athlete knowing if she doesn't get that connection, that front aerial into her back layout, that beam routine will not start from a 10-0. And sticks that dismount side aerial back there. And you see right here, this is what I'm talking about. She's going to do a front aerial, has that wobble, gets it back, dances back, and she actually redoes the skill because she needs the connection bonus. Front aerial, back layout. That is experience showing.
Sania Mitchell, a 9.85 to lead off for Alabama. And this is Emily Gaskins, and she did upgrade that first pass to the double layout.
And she did a great job. Such a smooth double layout. Finds that landing.
Sweet Home Alabama. Instrumental.
I would like to think she is an Alabama home crowd favorite with this floor routine, and you will see what I mean and hear it in a second.
I mean, it's almost Sweet Home Alabama, right?
I mean, I might have led you up to say that, maybe, maybe not. I guess we'll see. And our first through to double tuck. Really nice job. She brings this sense of grace in her arm movements throughout her entire floor routine with her artistry. And I want to say she learned that before she got to college. I mean, she really has taken everything from before college, applies it now, and does a great job.
At stake for both of these teams in this meet tonight. Alabama with a win, they would have a chance to compete for the SEC regular season title next week when they go up against Florida. Arkansas is currently in the ninth session at the SEC championship. They want to stay there. That is a huge advantage to be in that second group of teams competing.
That is a really big moment, and I think on paper it doesn't seem as big of a moment, but as an athlete, when you're in that ninth session, that confidence you get, you can't just do that. You have to earn it, and Arkansas has earned that spot.
They have never competed in the ninth session before. When they started doing sessions, since they started doing 13.
Maggie right now is doing a beautiful job. She had that amazing bar routine routine, has to get it back. Now it's on down team for Arkansas. Happy side aerial back fold. And that is another stumped landing. Going into this event, Arkansas was trailing just a little bit, but these little tenths that they are gaining is what you want to see. They are fighting for everything. Finishes this routine with a nice combination cat leap, side aerial, back full. And that is a nice stunt landing.
See, they're cutouts in the audience, so I don't think there's any real people in the audience for the gymnastics meets due to COVID. But I think they're just
That brings us to Shalyn Olson, who is competing for Victoria Wu, her best friend and her teammate on Women's Empowerment Night.
And one thing Dana spoke about Shalyn is she is so steady and dependable. I mean, you see the way she moves. She's so calm. And a huge triple twist there, stays in bounds, right on the edge there. But she brings, that's an elite skill. You do not see many triple twists in college gymnastics. 1.5 step out into a double twist.
John has a lot of experience competing with Team Canada. He's with them at the Rio Olympics, placed 8th on the ball.
She really brings that international experience to every competition. I mean, being steady is so important. Shalyn does it just right. Nice tumbling, great height, a little lack of control. And you see right here, start things off with a huge triple twist, but right on the edge there of that line. Stays in bounds though, avoiding that deduction.
Maggie O'Hara, a 9.875. Sarah Schaefer is up next. I keep forgetting that she had shoulder surgery back in the spring about a year ago, and she has just looked so good all around this year for Arkansas.
She really has just put the work in, whether it's preseason, postseason, she's always working to get better. Such a special athlete for this Arkansas team. And that is a fall. That is going to be a 5-10 deduction. Has to get it right back and finish this B routine as strong as possible.
This will be the score that Arkansas looks to drop.
And just the dismount. You can tell she's a little rattled here. But finishes nicely, cat leap into a side aerial, into her back full. Not the routine she wanted tonight, but finishes it really nicely.
Shalyn Olson, a 9.7. That is the lowest score so far in Alabama's floor lineup. Shania Adams will take to the floor next. We didn't see her last week against LSU on this event.
Well, that just means she is ready to get back out there. And she's another athlete that Dana said she's just steady and dependable, and only a freshman. And you're already steady and dependable. You've got great heights coming. Nice high double pike there. Great on the landing. nothing pass here. Ground off 1.5 twist into her front layout, and I love that she dances out of it, avoiding any type of deduction on that landing. One more pass. Ground off back handspring, double tuck. Nice solid landing. She may only be a freshman, but she competes like she has been doing this for years. Great height on all of her tumbling, nice control. And right here, finishes with a nice round off back handspring, double tuck. Chest is a little bit low on that landing, but pops up pretty quickly and gets to that lunge.
They're looking to drop Sarah Schaefer's score of a 9.3, and Sophia Carter steps up next to the balance beam, competing for Jocelyn Elders tonight.
And Sophia is so good on this event. She handles pressure so well. Handspring layout, step out. She really just glides on the beam, and I love saying that she surfs the beam because she really doesn't stop moving.
I feel like she holds this position.
Yes, from her finishes all the way through to her artistry.
And remember, she has the Arkansas record for the balance beam, 9.975.
Nice control in that required full turn. She is coming after a fall. And a pretty big step on that dismount, but stays on the beam, moves nicely throughout the entire routine. And she normally sticks this dismount, side aerial, back full. She just throws her shoulders back a little too early out of that side aerial, has to take a pretty significant step. But getting that team back on track is what's important, and she did just that.
Lexi Graber had a huge score last week, a career-high 9.975 against LSU. She shared this floor title with Luisa Blanco.
Lexi is dynamic. She's got amazing tumbling. Starts things off with a huge tuck full land right here. Took it to the edge there. I think her heel was on that tape, not out of bounds. Senior, Dana said she really put a lot of pressure on herself at the beginning of season, and throughout this entire year has just learned to really enjoy gymnastics again. And it's showing with these amazing scores. I mean, 9.975 last week on floor. Front through to double pike. Really nice job, solid tumbling throughout, great height, nice landings. That's going to be a big score. Finishing things with a nice front step out into round up back handspring, double pike. She has great air awareness, and she always knows where she is.
9.825 for Sophia Carter. Now the anchor of this event, Arkansas, is Kennedy Hambrick.
This is a really big moment for Kennedy to prove to herself that she is not shaken. She is not thrown off. She had a fall on ball, a little off on bars. But nice, right over the top, handspring layout.
I'm sure you feel some pressure after putting up an Arkansas record in the all-around last week to come out and have another great performance like that.
And the best thing to do is just take every single meet, it's just another routine. No matter what stage you're on, whether you're at the Olympic Games, Super 6, 4 on the floor, I should say, it is just another routine. And Kennedy is really showing her maturity and that is a stunning landing. What a moment, wow. An event that can really be make or break for athletes, and she owns this balance beam, starts things off with a nice floating handspring layout step out, and a cartwheel into her gainer full. I'm sure judges will find a deduction, but for my eye, that was a perfect routine.
She had a career high last week at 9.95. We'll wait on her score and keep you updated. Lexi Graber, a 9.85 on the floor. Luisa Blanco is the anchor tonight.
You talk about athletes who have grown and just transformed into this just incredible person. Luisa is one of them. I mean, her dance is above and beyond. Her tumbling is stunning.
We're going to be hammering a 9.85 on the balance beam.
See, I was wrong. Not a perfect routine. Little short on that landing, but again, you saw her jump to her lunge, stands up quick out of it.
Luisa just needs a 9.675 to lead the all-around heading into the fourth rotation. She's on track right now.
Front layout to end things for Luisa. Really nice job. I mean, her movements almost remind me of an elite routine from her artistry and the way that she can just pop up.
Oh wow, Bridget, an updated score. Kennedy Hamburg was changed to a 9.95. So an updated there, a 9.95 for Kennedy Hamburg, tying her career high that she set last week against Missouri. Still waiting on Luisa Blanco's score, but just one rotation left in Fayetteville. It is Luisa Blanco. She is carrying it up for LSU, tied her career high in the all-around, a 39.6, the fifth weekly honor for Haley Bryant, the freshman. We want to update you on the NQS. This is the score that they use to determine postseason rankings. It is going to start next week, and it will be a little bit different than in years past. They are only going to average the top 4 scores. 2 of those must be road scores, and this year you don't have to drop your high score. So be on the lookout for those to come out starting next week. This is a big meet, though, for Alabama, Bridget, because next week they have a chance to take on Florida for the SEC regular season title.
And that's huge. I mean, winning the regular season title, that is a huge confidence booster going into postseason. And that is what every team wants. You want that confidence from regular season into postseason.
Everybody's watching to see if Florida and Alabama win this week. Then the winner will be determined head-to-head on March 5th. So we will get to see that as part of our Friday Night Heights coverage. Over on the SEC Network, we'll have 2 meets for you coming up on Friday. First, starting with Kentucky and Georgia. That'll be the 7 p.m. meet. And then that Florida-Alabama meet, possibly for the SEC regular season title, will follow. 2 great meets on deck next week for Friday Night Heights on the SEC Network. Alabama in the lead 3 with 1 rotation to go in Barnhill Arena. Hey, the good news is it looks like we are going to have a postseason this year. I can't tell you how excited these coaches and athletes are after not having one last season. And you can see all the postseason coverage right here on our ESPN family of networks. We'll have the Big 12 and the SEC championships, plus regionals all the way through the championship on April 17th. You can see it on ABC. So excited to bring you that coverage. We have got a great meet, 2 of the top teams in the nation. Just 1 rotation left. Courtney Lyle and Bridget Sloan with you. Alabama's going to go to the beam, and Arkansas is going to head over to Florida. This is the best event for Jordan Weaver's team.
This is a really big moment for both these teams to prove to themselves that they can do it.
Alonzo Kloffer will lead off for Alabama on balance beam.
Turn, start things off. Front area, right into her back handspring. This routine is showing dynamic with her arms, with her artistry. Right over the top of the beam, no room for error. Yes, solid 1.5. Really nice job. So confident up there. Finishing with this.
Alabama has led the entire way tonight. Arkansas made up some of that ground in the second rotation when they went to bars, but came into this rotation trailing by 0.3. Here's Abby Johnston.
Arkansas is going to need the lights out on this event to take the lead, and they might get a little bit of help from Alabama over there on balance beam.
Abby Johnston Johnson has led off on score every meet. She's been pushing for that 9-9, has not gotten any there yet, has gone 9-8-7-5 the last 5 meets.
I've got a good feeling about tonight. She loves this leadoff position, and she does a great job of showing off her artistry, her tumbling, even her leaps. I mean, she is so confident. And Jordan, she trusts her because she's almost a guaranteed hit every single time.
1-2 transfers to Arkansas who have made huge impacts. Really not transfers anymore this deep into the season.
Finishes with a beautiful double pike. That was a phenomenal routine. All the tumbling was done so well, but this one right here, round the back handspring, double pike, lands right where she needs to. Wow. Give her that 9-9.
Yeah, come on, we will keep you updated as she finally gets the 9-9. Back over to Alabama on beam. Alonzo Walker had a 9-8-7-5 to lead off. Maddie Wally-Gora next up on the beam. She had a career high 9-9-2-5 in the opener.
Maddie has been so dependable for this Alabama team, and she's doing a phenomenal job. She only competes in 3 events after being sidelined due to an ankle injury last season. So you can tell she is so excited to be out there competing for her team.
Oh my goodness, we've got to tell everybody, Bridget. Abby Johnson, not only did she get the 9-9, she got a 9-9-2-5. How about that?
So well deserved. I don't want to say I called it, but I kind of called it.
Good for her.
And Maddie is working well through that excitement that we heard in the limited crowd. That is a stuck dismount, rounded off 1.5 twist.
Let's check over on Abby Johnson getting this floor score. What a reaction finally. Again, we were telling you the last 5 weeks, she had gone 9-8-7-5.
I knew she had it.
She knew too. That sets the table nicely though for Madison Hickey, who is up next on floor from Arkansas. Was an alternate on this event last year, but she has earned that number 2 spot all season long.
Huge double pike. I think that could be a double leg maybe next season, but power, grace, she's really the whole package on this event. And when you are in a lineup, once you get there, you don't want to lose that spot. You want to work your tail off, and she does that in the gym. It shows during the competition.
Gora scored in on the beam, a 9-9-2-5 time her career high.
I think it is going to come down to the last routine here tonight because both these teams are bringing in for this last event. She is coming off with a 9.925, and that was a beautiful routine, tumbling, dance. I love the control that she shows in her landings. And you'll see it right here. So much power. but goes right back to that lunge. No mistakes there.
And we told you a huge score on beam for Maddie Waligora, a 9.925 to tie her career high. Shania Adams is up next on the balance beam. She's tied her career high with a 9.875 the last 2 weeks.
Really nice high handspring layout step out. She's almost dynamic on balance beam. And I don't get to say that very often about athletes, and that is a double turn in a wolf position. Very, very difficult. I do not think my knee would survive a wolf turn, but she makes it look easy. Just the dismount here, a back handspring into a 1.5 twist. A little bit of a shaky on that landing, had to take a couple hops there. But just wow.
Big meet for both teams. Alabama, if they win this meet, they can compete for an SEC regular season title next week against Florida. Arkansas is currently in the 9th session of the SEC championship. It would be the first time they have been there since they went to sessions back in 2013.
Double pike. This is a huge moment for Sarah. She had a mistake on balance beam, had a fall, and now it's her time to get it back. Last time competing in Barn Hill Arena. She is soaking up these last moments. There, one thing that Sarah does so well, she is a little on the taller side, I would say, and she uses that to her advantage. Those leaps are always 180 degrees or higher. Wow, what a moment. Really nice. See all the emotion there. I know the feeling. All those emotions hit you like a wall. And you think you're ready for it. But wow. She has been the rock of this team for so many years now, and just beautiful to watch.
So cool to be able to see her final routine in Barnhill Arena. She's a senior, of course, for Arkansas. Shania Adams, a 9.875, tying her career high. And this is Lexi Graber.
Handspring back. We'll call that a, I'm going to call it a back pike. That was quite a laid out position. Lexi is such a strong all-arounder for Alabama, but man, Dana mentioned she just put so much pressure on herself. And it was really affecting her at the beginning of season, and has really kind of learned to, gymnastics is really fun. You don't have to put all that pressure on yourself. And she's really done an amazing job these last couple of meets of finding that rhythm. Into a front toss to scale right into her gainer goal. Really nice job, solid performance. And a big hug for Dana.
Oh, Sarah Schaefer, a season high of 9.925 in her final 4 appearances of her career. We're going to end a home meet run for you. Let's bring you back all the feels. It's almost come out pretty strong on the floor. Bailey Love is next. Arkansas short by 0.3 going into this rotation.
And that double lag with yourself. Bailey might have one of the best double lags I have ever seen. She gets such height and such control. Really brings it all together. We talk a lot about athletes when they're silent leaders. That is not Bailey. Jordan said in team huddles, she is always the one who is bringing that voice. And it's so cool to see because, you know, her gymnastics shows that. And then her leadership just tops it off.
Oh, you see Lexi Graber's score on the beam coming in at 9.95.
Double up to end his routine. Really nice job for Bailey. Huge first pass, nice controlled second pass, and then finishes off that double tuck. And we talked about the height in her first pass, and this last pass cannot go unnoticed. Look how high she is. But she lands so perfectly, knows right where she is to make sure to stay in bounds.
We are seeing some huge scores on both sides from Alabama and Arkansas in this final rotation.
I think both teams kind of know what's at stake here.
Alabama, their last 3 scores have either set or tied career highs. This is Makari Doggett.
A nice handspring layout. Dana mentioned that she really feels her team is all falling together. Everything from the skill to the confidence, these athletes just really know how to do good gymnastics. And what perfect timing, right? Before postseason. And that is a major mistake. Side aerial looked like she completely missed her foot. But she is going to finish the routine. You see 45 seconds to get back up. On her dismount, side aerial, back full. Really unfortunate to have that fall. Looks so good. And take a look. You see, she turns really early and just takes herself right to the side. Right. Finishes nicely though, gets back up there.
So that'll be the score that Alabama looks to drop on the beam. Bailey Lovett, a 9.85. Kennedy Hambrick is up next. You see the lilac, we've mentioned it's Women's Empowerment Night. Hambrick performing in honor of Shirley Temple.
I must say, these scores tonight have been incredible. Such well-deserved scores. And Kennedy has the potential to put up a big score.
Her career high is a 9.95, which she hit this season. She's 8th in the nation on floor.
so much fun with this floor routine. I mean, the way she engages all of her teammates around the floor. You see her eyes. She knows what she's doing out there. And a amazing double kite. That is a stuck landing. Wow, wow, wow. Starts the meet off, unfortunately with a fall, and gets it back. Such an amazing athlete for Alabama and has just matured so much from the beginning of season to now. So confident, nice round off double fold, just a slight step on left as well. Can we hear it at a 9-9-2-5? Arkansas has put some huge scores up on the floor. Sophia Carter to anchor. Double tuck. She's capable of a 9.95 on this event, and once you get a high score once, you can do it again. A little low on that landing, you saw her squat a little bit lower on that front pull. I know we talk about the athletes smiling, but I won't lie, I'm sitting here and I cannot stop smiling during this routine. During all of Arkansas's routines, they've been so impressive tonight. Both teams really on the floor. And a double break so high, gets that landing. Really nice job. I love that she shows off her flexibility with her dance, with her leaps. And we have to mention her toe point, which is textbook perfect, I might add.
Well, Bridget, Alabama got a 9-9-2-5 from Luisa Blanco in the anchor spot. They are going to win this meet tonight. That is the highest speed score for Alabama as a team since 2017. Alabama doing some work on the road tonight inside Barnhill Arena, and they are going to get the win over Arkansas. Great performance from both of these teams, but Alabama now with a chance to compete for the SEC regular season against Florida.
Okay, I deleted this meet from the DVR. Enjoy the rest of the night, my subscribers.